Morning guys, so this is day 3. I think it was left you last night, so pretty much this must be part 3 by now because probably going to be too long. Anyway, I'm back at the workshop. I was actually first meeting this morning, guys aren't here yet. Shows how keen I am. Hopefully might be able to knock this trailer off today, finish it up. Pretty much where I left off was I had finished knocking up basically this receiver for the winch where the boat's going to sort of nut into. Just tigged all that up last night. As you can see, I didn't clean up last night. Part of the reason why I had to be first in this morning, so it looked like I was working and it wasn't just lazy bugger. Yeah, we'll get this tinny back off the trailer, hook it back up to the quad, and do finish doing a couple of little things. But I think first things first, it's coffee time. Rightio, in true, you know, Kyle fashion, I've redesigned up the front end. I'm just sort of speaking with my cousin, who's a bit of a guru. You know, the angles and CAD drawings and centre of gravities and pivot points and weights and where I've positioned the boat. I've changed that a little bit, which is going to change, you know, obviously where the front pickup is on that winch. I've just decided, because it's just me and, you know, Kyra and the young bloke, we don't have any other sport cars where we go. No camera cars, no, you know, other bloke to help us out, sort of thing. It's just us. So when we're 20 k's from base camp with the tinny on the trailer and the quad, can't have this trailer shoot itself. Can't have a brake. Just not an option because I can't. As much as I can bush fix a lot of things, I just don't want to risk it with young families sort of thing, especially the climates we go to as well, super hot, you know, labour intensive in the heat. So I've decided it's going to be a little bit more heavy, not a great deal, but maybe another 4 or 5 kilos heavier than what it is. Next to nothing, but I mean that does all add up, and the whole point of this trailer is to be lightweight. But anyway, what I'm going to do now, it's a bit hard to explain, I suppose, without just showing you, is I'm going to run a beam straight from here all the way through down to the front on either side, create a bit of a triangle, and then brace it off the bottom here, and then have my pickup back over here with a poly block in it. So it's adding 2 extra lengths that I didn't have before, because I was just going to use little gussets. I mean, I can do away with those little gussets now, so I suppose that'll counteract it a little bit. But at least there's no chance it's going to break, not at all. It's going to be solid. Righto, show of hands, who knows what compound angles are? No, I'm just kidding. So basically compounding angles, when you're doing like structural stuff, is basically you've got more than one angle that's all going to link up together, and as you change one angle, it's going to change another angle, if that makes sense. So basically, like over here, so I've got to get an angle from the centre back to the centre here, because I'm going to have another one on the other side, so I'm making a triangle, right? Stronger shape. So I've got that angle, but then I've also got to get, because I want that to come down flush, I've got to get an angle here as well, right? Now, that's not too bad, but once I change that angle, it's then going to change this angle. So I've already cut this angle up top here, so obviously it's angling in. But then once the other side, once that goes down, all of a sudden I'm going to be left with a gap up here, so I've got to cut that angle back there, and then your length starts getting shorter, so it starts moving. So it's all, you know, 2 or 3 different angles all compounding together, and if you get it wrong, you've got big gaps to fill. Lucky I'm the king of filling gaps. So wish me luck, see how we go. braces in, I guess you call them. I've got these braces on, lines are looking really good, these angles fit up alright. Basically now I'm going to refit my receiver. I'm actually going to redesign it. I'm going to have to rejig it because of what I've changed here, but hell of a lot stronger now. So yeah, we'll sort of leave the camera on and we'll sort of rejig it. So basically, the way that I set it up, and this is after a bit of sort of speaking with my cousin who's built a couple of big 8-metre boats himself, and you know, you're all about your tow ball weights and all that sort of jazz, and a lot of it run off the 10% rule, 10% your total mass as your tow ball weight, which is a good figure, but it doesn't have to be, that's not a go-to, it doesn't have to be 10%, you know, like if you've got a 2-ton caravan, you know, 10% doesn't mean you have to have 200 kilos of tow ball weight, you know, it's just, why not only have 100 kilos of tow ball weight, like, as long as all that wants to happen is your tow ball always wants to come down, your drawbar always wants to go down, you know, and that's pretty much what you want. So when you're driving around, stop trying to flick off, stop bumping around, you know, you're going to load up the front of the tinny anyway, but basically I want to set this boat up so that when I've got the outboard, it's about 50 kilos, 53 kilos, a Susie 20, fuel tank, a little 10 litre fuel tank, battery, a couple of bits and bobs, and that's all the way at the back. So it works out to be about 70, 80 kilos I think it worked out to be, which is about the weight of my cousin. So I have him sit on the back, the very back, that's going to be all the weight, and then when he can't lift the nose of the boat up, so it's just on the point sort of thing, that's where the boat really needs to be positioned on the trailer, and then I've set up my hitch receiver from there. So that's how I work it out. It may not be how everyone works it out, whoever's building little utility trailers, or if you've got no idea, it's a good start for you. Yeah, because you think about when you've got the outboard and all that sort of stuff on, you don't want to be having to lift it up if you're going to put the drawbar on the quad or on your tow ball. You don't want to be struggling all the time, back braking sort of thing, you know. So yeah, when there's no weight on the back, it is going to be a little bit heavier. But generally you're going to have the outboard on the back and all that sort of jazz anyway, so it's not going to be too labour intensive, if that makes sense. But anyway, we'll do that now. Now I've got to cut it back off because I forgot to weld the seam. Bloody well. Weld here first. Gotta weld that bad boy first. Thanks, dude.
Look at that, the workers. Even superheroes got to stop for lunch, eh mate?
Mate. So we're getting to the pointy end of it now. We'll just flip the old trailer upside down, finish welding all underneath. So we're sort of getting nearly towards the end of it. A little more TIG on this side. And a couple of lifting lugs. That's about it, I think. Truck on the blue slidey stuff on, polyethylene. Skids, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so that'll be it. Done. So yeah, that's pretty much, ended up capping this end just so the top part doesn't fill with sand. I've left the hole down here because the sand and shit will get there, but I want to be able to wash it out and that, so that'll just go straight through, it won't go up into this actual drawbar. Little poly blocks on now. Got a couple of receivers for that. So basically, it's all done. It's still nice and light, which is what the whole idea was. I know I did put a little bit more weight in it with this extra stuff, but I really feel good about it. Yeah, I think I can be confident now. When we're out proper bush, that's not going to fail on me. I'm not going to have to worry about trying to, I don't know, rope stuff together or strap stuff together with sticks and all sorts just to get us home, which, you know, I'll do, it's no dramas, but it's just labour intensive that you don't really need when it's, you know, 40 degrees outside where we normally go, up the top end of Australia. So hopefully this will do the job now. It'll sit on the back of the caravan on the tray, or just strapped to the top of the tinny and then on top over the side. Yeah, we'll see how we go. But it doesn't add much to our GVM, which is the whole point of it. Yeah, just going to bolt the winch up now, bolt the receiver on, and put the blue stuff on. We're done. Should be measuring these out, but about that much. M6 tap in, because it's allium plastic, straight into it. You ever tapped a hole that easy? Done, finally. So I'll take you through it now as I'm talking. I'll take you through the bloody trailer. But I finished it. It took us in the end probably about 4 days, but I was sort of making it off a couple of photos, a couple of rough measurements in a photo, but not actually getting the accurate measurements, stuff like that. So a couple of things are cut off, changed, redesigned. One thing I learned is definitely I got, I'd make a part for it, try to fit it on, and then it wouldn't work, and I'd just try and make it work, which, like my cousin said, mate, you just start again, cut it off, cut it off, and start again. So I did that a couple of times, and I'm really happy with the result. It's a little bit heavier than what I originally was going to do, but I can still sort of deadlift it, so to speak, so get in the middle of it and lift it up without any drama. I'd say probably 50 kilos, yeah, about 50 kilos I reckon, 50, 60 kilos max, which with the tinny on top, a bit of gear in, the quad and 700 I can feel it, so I'm really happy. If I end up building another one later on down the track, I'll tweak a few little things here and there with a bit of R&D. We'll be taking it out on the beach and have a look. Maybe there's a few things I want to change, but yeah, I've already had a couple of people hit me up to knock them up one, so Try Adventures might start knocking them up. No, we'll see how we go. See if I get enough interest in it. Maybe I might start doing it. But yeah, appreciate you tuning in. I know it's been a 3-part series, so thanks for joining. Any feedback you've got for me, chuck it down in the comments. Really appreciate it. As I always say, we'll stop saying eventually when I get to more than bloody 30 or 40 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, alright, hit that bell if you want. Give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate all your support. We're just getting off the ground. Small family, just getting off the ground. So any support we get, we really appreciate it. Right, do you reckon it's going to hold up?
I don't know if you're still good at welding these days.
They look alright. I've chucked a bit of weight in the back. I chucked a bit of some timber in there because obviously I know the fuel tank, we're not actually going to launch it, but it's the R&D phase. See if it's tippy, see if that wheelbase is too sort of narrow, that how wide it is. Hopefully it fits the quad. I think I did it alright, but I'll give it a go anyway. Yeah?
What do you reckon, Tayton? Do you think Dad did a good job?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, I think so too.
So basically what we're going to do is we've got it hooked up to the quad. Obviously I've finished the trailer now. You've seen me the last couple of parts. I've been putting this trailer together and jetting around in the workshop and speaking ahead and acting the goat. But anyway, we've finished it. We got down here. Cora and Tayton managed to come down now. They've finished up. School's all finished and work's finished for a couple of weeks now. So they've joined me down here. It is a little bit cold. We've all got the jumpers and the jackets on and that. We're not used to this sort of weather, but hey, it's a beautiful property that we've managed to get down to today for this little R&D. We're not going to be able to launch the tinny out there, and you'll see why. It's just, it's hectic, sort of, it's that southern ocean. It's hectic, but perfect place. Beach is soft as, couple of nice big steep dunes. We'll see how the tinny goes, see if it gets tippy on the trailer, see what kind of angles on the dunes, because the beach is on a bit of a slant, so it's all, I've chucked a bit of timber in the back because I've got the outboard on, but I don't have the fuel tank with me because I didn't intend to use the boat. So just simulate a bit of weight in there and see what happens. I have no idea. I don't know if it's going to work, if it's going to just want to roll over every time, how wide it is. Obviously the tinny hangs out a lot wider than the actual quad itself. So we'll give it a go. Shit, if it turns out terrible, it looks good.
my heart broken into, but something's different next to you. It's like my soul is set on fire, but oh, I'm starting to feel tired. 'Cause I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know I can't keep bottled up inside. And all I wanna know is, are you ready for the ride? What have I been waiting for? Oh, I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know. Take my hand and say for sure,